Hey guys, this is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy in Frankfort, Kentucky. And this is part of our defensive tactics series. And this is footwork volume 2. So we're going to work on another technique that's extremely useful. You're going to need to do this because if you move in a straight line forever, you're going to hit a solid object. Okay? If you stand in a straight line, if you stand in one spot or move forward, eventually you are going to run into your opponent. They might be tackling, you might need to step out of the way. All we're going to do today is work on the pivot. Okay? So the pivot. So again, our de-escalation stance / fighting stance is up here. Okay? Our body is bladed with our power side back. We've already kind of covered the forward to backwards. Okay? If you don't know this, click on the link above and make sure you watch our video on that. What we're going to do now is work on a way of moving to the side, okay, or spinning, because I can't keep going in one direction. So I might use this offensively if I want to take an angle on somebody so that I can land a really good strike from an advantageous angle or set up a takedown. Or I might use this defensively if I don't want to get run into a wall, a car, group of people, a big rock, I don't know. So I can't move backwards indefinitely. So our basic idea here, if we're going to move to, let's say our lead leg is forward, okay, if we're going to pivot to the side of the rear foot, we're going to pivot off of the front leg. Basically, we're on our toes, so we're nice and mobile. We're going to pick up our rear leg, our hands are still up, and we're going to pivot just like this. Again, fairly simple. We're here, pivot. Okay? And you can combo this up. Alright, you might take a few steps back, pivot. Okay? The person's still moving this way. If you want to move to the other side, it takes a little bit more motion, but the idea is I'm going to step off with this leg and then spin. So I step off first and then bring my other foot over. Okay, I'm moving, I want to move in that direction, so I'm moving that foot first. So let's look at that again. So I'm here, step off, and spin. Just like that. So, if I'm moving backwards, over. So these two things are going to save us from having to move in a straight line forever. So if Rob will come out here, we'll demonstrate this again. I'm just going to do a quick pivot this way. So he's going to take a couple of steps forward, and I'm going to pivot, and I'll do both sides. So he's here, move in, and now from here I've got an angle. Again, to attack, to strike, to clinch, to do whatever. Okay? Now, we'll do it from the other side. So, he's moving in. I move off the line. Okay? So the key is moving off of this line that you're moving into. If the person is moving you into a solid object, like I said, a wall, or likely, the most two common things that you're going to get run into in a self-defense situation is probably a wall or a car, a vehicle or something. Something that's going to stop your backward mobility. So if we do this, we can play this game, we drill this, and we know we have feedback, because if we get stuck against the wall, we didn't do it right. Okay? So Robert's going to start out in front of me here, and he's going to start to move forward. And I'm going to pivot off before I get against the wall. So we'll do it from the other side again. And move off. Okay? Again, we're doing this very, very slow and controlled. And we're not adding any striking in here. We're not adding any attacks. But you can see where they would come into play. So what I want you to do is, you got to practice the footwork first. Footwork is one of the most important things. You can usually watch somebody's footwork and tell if they're going to be a good striker or not. Because if they don't keep their body under them as they move, okay, if they get ahead of themselves, if they try to launch a punch and it misses, they're going to fall down. Okay, so staying based out gives you options for grappling, gives you options for striking, and it gives you options for, again, drawing, accessing a weapon, however you want to, whatever the situation dictates. This is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy, Frankfort, Kentucky. If you like this video, please click like, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to our channel. Train hard, train smart, and train often. We'll see you next time.